you guys know. The Celtics had a wire-to-wire victory against the Milwaukee Bucks last night, in which they won by a score of 119 to 116. Boston was led by Jaylen Brown, who had 26 points and 8 assists. Milwaukee was led by Brook Lopez, who had 28 points and 7 rebounds. Damian Lillard also had 27 points and 5 assists and 5 rebounds. And Giannis had 21 points and 13 rebounds while shooting 7-20 from the field. And I was able to watch this game, and all this game showed me was something that we already knew and something we had discussed previously on the show, and that even with the addition of Damian Lillard, Boston is still a better team than Milwaukee because Jrue Holiday fits a much more important role and is a much bigger piece than Damian Lillard is for Milwaukee. And I say that because, listen, we look at the box score. Jrue Holiday, he only had 5 points and 8 rebounds, but we have to look at the play. We have to look at actual game film when we look at the impact that Jrue Holiday has. Listen, Jrue Holiday does an amazing job of setting tempo and creating pace. Listen, Jrue Holiday has been one of the best point guards in the NBA. If you ask me my opinion, Jrue Holiday has been a top 5 point guard in the league so far, not just off of stats, but just watching the game and how he's controlling pace, controlling tempo, and getting easier scoring opportunities for guys like Tatum and Brown and even Kristaps Porzingis. Listen, Porzingis had 21 points and 6 rebounds. So Jrue Holiday is doing an amazing job of being a point guard, playing that point guard role. Something that Derek White hasn't really been able to do, and Marcus Smart hasn't really been able to do. They've had different iterations of the point guards in Boston, but this is the first time they have a pure point guard to say, I'm just going to get easier scoring opportunities for these guys. And that's what Jrue Holiday's doing, and that's why I say he's been a top 5 point guard in the league so far. And it shows because, listen, look. Tatum shot 7 of 17. Porzingis shot 9 of 15. Brown shot 10 of 16. Derek White shot 5 of 9. Those are great field goal percentages, and those are easy scoring opportunities that these guys are getting. Because if you're watching the game, Brown and Tatum now are both able to catch it off the wing. They're able to come on pin downs and curls and staggers and off of quick cuts and even flex screens and get easy buckets at the layup at the basket, as opposed to having to create everything from the top of the key, where it's a little easier to double now. And so that's why Boston, their field goal percentage last night, they shot 52% from the field, 40% from 3. Those are great numbers, and it's because guys are getting easier scoring opportunities. Now, listen, we talked about this for Boston. The only cause for concern they have, to me, is their bench. Listen, they go about 3 deep with Hauser and Horford and Pritchard. They really don't go deeper than that, and that'll be a cause for concern in the playoffs. Their depth, that's the only thing that concerns me in comparison to Milwaukee, where they go pretty deep. They got Portis and Campaign and Pat Connaughton and Jackson Jr. and so they have a little bit more depth. Milwaukee does, but however, Milwaukee's perimeter defense has taken such a huge hit with the loss of Jrue Holiday, and you don't really compensate it at all with the addition of Damian Lillard. Defense is going to be is where those struggles, particularly from the perimeter, and which means that now you just put more pressure on them offensively. And now what starts to happen is because your perimeter defense is lacking, you put more pressure on your low post players to now contest shots, and it puts them in more positions to get fouls, actually. So if we look at the foul chart, listen, Giannis had 4 fouls, Middleton had 4 fouls, and Lopez had 3 fouls, which isn't particularly bad. But the 4 fouls with Giannis and Middleton. Listen, now you're putting those guys at a disadvantage because now guys at the perimeter are getting beat more often. And so now the bigs have to step up more on the help side and, like I said, contest shots more and try to block shots more. and now they're more likely to get more fouls because of that. So now you are compromising your defense for the sake of hopefully improving your offense with Damian Lillard. And listen, Dame had 27 points. He shot 11-24 from the field, which, you know, it's right below 50%. But however, what they gained offensively doesn't make up for what they lost defensively in Milwaukee. But however, if you're Boston, listen, you improve offensively, and you improve tremendously on the defensive end with the addition of Jrue Holiday. You know, no one would argue that Jrue Holiday is a better offensive player than Marcus Smart and Derek White, and he's by far a better defender than both of them. So, you know, this game just showed me what I already know, and that Boston is the best team in the Eastern Conference, and they should be the favorites, not Milwaukee. And I think this game was just a perfect end sample and a perfect microcosm of all of those things that we just talked about. So that's what I got out of this game. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section. What did you guys get from this game? What are your guys' thoughts on it? Do you guys think Boston is the best team in the Eastern Conference? Do you think Milwaukee has a legitimate chance of usurping them? Or are we missing a team? Do you guys think Philadelphia might be the best team in the Eastern Conference? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think in the chat room. I would love to hear all about it. But with that being said, guys, that is it for our show for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's been a wonderful show. If you haven't already, be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button as well. Still going with the Bucks. Dre, still going with the Bucks. You know, Dre, we're gonna talk about this on our live show tomorrow. But listen, the thing that concerns me with the Bucks is their perimeter defense, man. Like last year, I don't ever recall them giving up more than 119 points during the regular season. So, you know, Milwaukee, offensively, they look good, but, you know, defensively, man, there's a lot of cause for concern, man. While Boston has just gotten that much better. And and something that, you know, we talked about, me and Dre, is that can Tatum and Brown get easier scoring opportunities? Can they get easy shots? Can they score efficiently? And I think they're able to do that now with the addition of Jrue Holiday. But we're going to be talking about that on our live show for sure tomorrow. But yes, guys, if you haven't already, be sure to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button as well, so you guys can stay up to date on all of our latest content. If you haven't already, be sure to follow us on Patreon as well. You can do so by going to patreon.com, clicking on the search bar, and typing in Sorry to Bother You Show. That way you get access to all of our exclusive content. And if you would like to support our network and our company, you can do so by following the link in the ticker below. It's streamelements.com/sorrytobotheryoushow/tip. We'll leave links to all of our websites and Patreon accounts in our description, so you'll be able to go back and check it out. We'll be back again same time tomorrow, guys, 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be sure to have a wonderful Thanksgiving, celebrate it, and be safe. Oh, by the way, shout out to Kyrie Irving, who put on the performance last night in LA. Had 28 points with the victory. Listen, Kyrie is the best point guard in the NBA. I continue to say this. And we're going to talk about that on our show tomorrow. But, guys, we'll be back again, like I said, tomorrow, 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Until then, continue to stay safe, be vigilant, make smart decisions, and peace.